Well, let me fix my head right here. Sorry. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. You know it is JJ and JJ's PC Builds. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And if this is your first time here and you just subscribed, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all the love and support you show the channel. Okay, I know what y'all are waiting for, and I know this is about time because it happens every Saturday, and it is the 26th of August here on JJ's PC Builds, and it's time for Graphics Card Nightmares. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get up on it and get into some of the action screen, just like that, and I had to do a little bit of fixing. So this way you all can see a little bit better. Now let's hope that, when I pull up Amazon, it looks a little bit better than it did the last time. So we're going to see, we're going to do Amazon. And I still can't spell worth the damn. Let's go back up here again and fix it one more time. And do Z and O and N and type that in there. There we go. And make sure when you come up on Amazon, if you're just looking for PC parts, you're best to do it where it says the all button. And then it gives you a listing of where you've been for the last few times. So it saves your list. So that's why I got a list right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the graphics cards for gaming PCs. Okay, now, I know some people are wondering, why do I do that? Because basically your PC is going to be gaming, number one. And even if it's a creator PC, you're still going to be, I really don't see the difference between gaming and creator, If you set up your system right, you won't see the difference between doing creator work and doing gaming. So if you set it up hardcore for creator work, for in-depth details of textures and everything else, when you go to play games, believe it or not, you're going to be well equipped because that's the way the system was set up if you set it up correctly. So, but I'm going to remind you all of something. Graphics card prices are not going to stay, stagnant like this forever. There are already talks about people talking about that prices are going to be rising because there's going to be a shortage that's going to be coming because of this new AI boom. So if you're looking to upgrade your GPU, do it and make sure you future-proof it. Okay, what I mean by future-proofing is basically if you're going to stay up to this, the last gen, if it's AMD, it's going to be the 6000 series or the 7000 series. Or if it's going to be NVIDIA, it's going to be the 30 series or the 40 series. Take your pick. But do remind you, I would wait until September. If you're thinking about buying a GPU, AMD has the 7800 XT and the 7700 XT coming out. The 7800 XT is going to be at $500 and the 7700 XT is going to be at $400 if I remember right. So, but they're saying it's supposed to have better performance than NVIDIA's 4060 Ti 16 gigabytes, and it's supposed to have better gaming than NVIDIA RTX 4070. So that's what they're saying. They're saying the 7800 outmatches the 4070, and they're saying the 7700 XT outmatches the 4060 Ti 16 gigabytes. Just to keep you in mind about that. That's what I hear on the grapevine. And after watching the video from Gamescom, that kind of got me to thinking about it. Thinking about picking up a 7800 XT for myself. Well, actually, it's not going to be for myself. I'm going to be picking it up for a friend. They're going to want me to pick it up, so... Because that's all a part of that build. Remember, I told you all that I do have a build coming, in which I do. But I was waiting to see if AMD was going to come out with something new. I was waiting to see, because they say they were coming out with something. So, if they come out with that 7800 XT, that would be perfect for this build, I think. Because it's $100 less than the 4070, which I have. So, but also too, I can put it head to head with the 4070 on this system and test it out with the same amount of, with the same testing of what I did with the 4070. So basically, run the same testing with both of them over again. Well, which I don't have to, because I just recently did a video on the 4070 of testing. But it wasn't enough testing, I think. I think I want to go a little bit further on that, with that GPU on different testings. Because I do have many different tests. It might be not one of playing games or something, but I did download a game from Steam that I'm thinking about when I'm going to save it up for when I get the if I decide to get the 7800 XT to test it out here and run it on the same game, that one game, to see if it's going to hold its water. Same system, same game, same everything. 2 different graphics cards. We'll be testing each one by one. That means, and don't get all upset about this, that if I do that, and I do it on the same system, okay, there's going to be a break in between when I go from the one gaming card to the next gaming card. So I will put a break in there in between the two and let you see one, and then let you see it and let you see the other, the testing from A to Z. And then at the end, I will put the testing side by side so you can see the overall results between the 2 graphics cards. I don't have many graphics cards, and I'm not Rockefeller, and I do apologize for that, but I got to work with the tools I have, and this is just how that works. So, in time, when I grow the channel, and the channel really grows and takes off, and everything's just going just right and really going well, then I can get more parts to test with, to do these, tests like the big reviewers and everything else. But in the meantime, I got to work with the tools I have in hand, so do bear with me. We are going to grow, so stick around for more. But anyway, let's go down and see what's going on. They got a Founders Edition 3080 for $980. That's 2021. This is 2023. A 3080. Think about what a 3080 is equal to. Let's see. A 3080, 10 gigabyte. Really, there's nothing in its class. Other than it tries to mimic the 4070 Ti, but 4070 Ti's got 12 gigabytes, so, but the 4070 Ti is a lot more expensive than the 3080, so that's not really a nightmare, but the price is high. just to let you know that is really high. You got one for $8.99. Looks like the ROG Strix. Right here looks pretty cool. 3060, $300. I would wait for the 7700 XT before I decide to get something like this. I really, be honest with you, I would wait. I wouldn't stick my foot into the nightmare of getting a 3060. Especially, well, you could get a 3060, but, looking at the fact of it all, that it looks like, 7700 kind of exceeds the 3060, truthfully. So, seeing all that and the benchmarks and everything else, I think it would outdo the 3060. 6700 XT, got it for $339. That's not a bad deal for the 6700 XT. But do remember, the 7700 XT is going to be $399. So it's only going to be like, let's say, I know you guys love my calculator. So we're going to bring out the calculator since you all wanted to see it. So here it is. Okay, so we're going to look at $400, right, for the 7700 XT. So we minus that from right here, the 6700 XT for $339 or $340. Let's just say $340. So it's a $60 difference from and future-proofing yourself and going up to that next level, and that's going to the 7000 series. Okay, so going from the 6000 to the 7000 series with a $60 difference right here. A $60 difference. Both still got 12 gigabytes of VRAM. What could be different? Let's see. For that $60. Let's see. What could be different for that $60? 16 gigabits per second compared to, what, 18 gigabits per second? Clock speeds might be a little different, but you might have some improved clock speeds. And, could be the matter of the bus. Let's see. Let's go and copy this, and let's just do one little pastola and see if we can find the specs to this. Okay. So this way, you guys know, we'll do the specs. We're going to go in depth to the 6700 XT and look at the 192-bit bus bandwidth. Okay, so, and right here, that's going to tell it all. Because I think it's over 500 gigabits per second on the bandwidth for the 7700 XT compared to 384 gigabits per second with, guess what, the 6700 XT. So you got a little bit more future proofing with going with the 7700 XT if you decide to go that way. And the TDP is about round equal to this. So, you're best to go future proof, and especially you get a better advantage with you'll get a better advantage with FSR3 when it comes out, going up to the 7000 series compared to the 6000 series. Okay, I say this for a factual thing because you never know. AMD could change their mind. Like NVIDIA does, it's the same ball of wax. Always put yourself ahead for $60 more and getting a little bit better performance. I would go with the 7700 XT if it was me. And that's coming out in September, so keep that in mind. So now we did that little comparison for y'all so you understand that with these new graphics cards coming out, it kind of got me curious. And I've ran with AMD before. I ran with AMD for many of years. And I just so-called, for the last couple months, started with NVIDIA. Just see what they're about, to have a non-biased opinion of either or. So that way I remain neutral to the fact I've tested on NVIDIA and I've tested on AMD. I'm no fanboy of each. I go by the hardware, and if the hardware is good or bad. Simple, plain and put. I'm not playing favoritism to either or side. That's not how I roll. I did a long time ago, and I lost a lot of performance, and it just wasn't worth it. So I'm going to tell you like this: get yourself one card of each manufacturer. Try to get what you can afford, the best of the best of the best, and you get the best of all worlds. So this way you don't have to go, well, if one doesn't do you justice, you get another one. If another one doesn't do you justice, you get another one. You got between the ARC, AMD, Radeon, and you got NVIDIA RTX. I mean, best to have best of all worlds. And make sure you got your drink and snacks with you too. So, best to have best of all worlds if you're going to do something like this. I mean, if you're first time building, I wouldn't put $100 on a card that's only going to give you 8 gigabytes, right here. I wouldn't put $100 on this. Okay. Save you a couple hundred more dollars and get you a future-proofed card that's going to last you for the next 5 years. I keep saying the 5-year rule is because on these websites, you get a certain kind of warranty. Okay, you can get 2 to 3 year warranty on the website if it's Amazon, Newegg, If you buy the warranty from Micro Center, you get a couple year warranty there, and you get your 2 to 3 year manufacturer warranty. So you future-proof yourself on an average of 5 years. So if you're going to hold on to this card for 5 years, then you might as well make the best of the best and get yourself something that's going to last you a long time. That's not going to take and crap out on you on the first year. That you're going to be able to play every game you can with having decent temperatures on it, decent everything. Okay, don't put yourself in the boat of getting a last gen and turn around that, last gen's not working for you and you're kicking yourself in the butt because you didn't go forward to the next best thing. Okay, now what's going to happen in September might be a little bit of when everybody sees the price drops that are going to be on these MSRP on these cards. This right here is going to change the graphics cards. I bet you it's going to change the pricing and everything else. It could either lower the pricing or it could make the pricing higher. Either way, if you can get these two cards that they got coming out, or one of them at MSRP, you just did yourself a solid. I mean, even if it's at $500, you did yourself a solid. would you rather have the 4060 Ti 16 gigabytes, or would you rather have the RTX or the RX 7800 XT that's brand new and just coming out, that they claim that gives better performance than the 4060 Ti? The only difference is with the ray tracing. If you're not into ray tracing, then AMD would be the card for you. But if you're into ray tracing and you like that kind of stuff, then NVIDIA would be the ticket for you. But do remember, if you're looking to carry some good FPS, I leave ray tracing off. I leave DLSS 3 off. I leave all that extra stuff off. I run direct right off of the cores themselves, and end of story. I don't need any of that fancy stuff for my screen, because my screen at 1080p does just as well, and it gives me great amount of graphics and everything else. Textures, everything is great. I don't have a texture problem. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. At 1080p, you don't have a texture problem. That's why they tell you not to use all that extra stuff when you're doing 1080p. If you're doing 1440p or 4K, that's a different story. But if you're doing 1080p, you don't need all that extra stuff because it's already there. This is what everybody misses. It's already there. And I know we're 21 minutes into the video and we're moving on. And I know we're still stuck on Amazon, but we're still looking through Amazon, and we're going to look through it, and get through it nice and peacefully. So the 4060 8 gigabytes a nightmare to me for $329, especially when they got for $399, the $400. They're going to have something a lot faster than this coming on the AMD side. And with FSR 3, that gives you a better future proof for your new AMD 7000 series cards. Because they're going to last 5 years. They're going to last 5 years. Just like with NVIDIA and the 40 series. Some people don't like them because they think it's overpriced, which is true. It is overpriced. For the performance, it's overpriced. But for the longevity of it all, for the amount of years, it's not. Okay? That's what you got to look at when you buy a graphics card. And when I tell everybody this, and they're like, oh, no. Cost by usage is basically taking your calculator out and saying, okay, my graphics card's $600, right? And so I divide that by 5 years, and that's how much it costs me per year, and then divide that by 365 days. So this is what it costs me each day. It costs you 0.32 cents. Cost you 3 cents a day. Not even 4 cents a day. Cost you 3 cents a day to have that card for the next 5 years. For the next 5 years. That's looking at the worst of the worst of it all. Okay, so if you want to know what's going on, let's say you get one for $500. Let's say you get the 7800 XT for $500. Then you divide that by 5 years. You keep it for 5 years, and it's $100. So then you divide that by 365 days, and you get it for almost 3 cents. 0.27 cents. Almost 3 cents. Okay? Almost 3 cents a day. So look at it that way. To have one for 3 cents a day, or have one for 3 cents a day, and in actuality, there's still going to be almost 3 cents a day. That's it between the $600 and $500 mark. Now going from the $500 to the $400 mark, let's say you want to get something for $400. Divide that by 5 years. So that's $80. So divide that by 365, and that tells you how much per day. So that costs you 2 cents a day for a $400 card. 2 cents a day. I know that's not including electricity or anything, but that's just the price of the card for the next 5 years. And you future-proofed it. That's the RX 7700 XT right there. Right there. And the 7800 XT is 3 cents. So there's a 1 cent difference in between the two, but the 7800's got better performance than the 7700 for 1 penny a day more. Believe that. 1 penny. And believe it or not, it's only 1 penny per day to go up to the 600. So you see the price difference. It's not hard to price these out. Okay. I wanted to know if I used my card for 5 years, I wanted to know what the price was each day for the next 5 years. So I know mine's only at 3 cents. So it's only costing me 3 cents a day. And I use my card every day. Every day. 7 days a week. Now take that 3 cents a day. Put that towards the amount of FPS you get for 3 cents a day. And tell me actually how much that card really cost. So I want you to really think about that and do your math. Think about how much FPS you get from your graphics card when you play your special game, and you're only paying 3 cents. If you got a $600 card, you're only paying 3 cents a day. Take that 3 cents a day and how much FPS you get. Is it really worth? And if I take that 3 cents, let's say I bring my calculator back out, and let's just as an example, let's just say I get 500 FPS. So I divide that by my 0.03, and you're only looking at about maybe, about almost a 16 to 17% uplift for the next 5 years. Don't ask me how I come up with that. But I can tell you it's between 17 and 27% with the RTX 4070. Now, with the RX 7800 XT, it's supposed to be 19 to 31% uplift. When the reviewers start testing those new cards coming out in September, I'm sure you're going to find out what's going to be the best of the best. They didn't send me nothing yet. I don't think they even know we exist, but that's the reason why I say you got to give a thumbs up, so that way they know we exist here on JJ's PC Builds. So in order for us to go into that bracket of the rest of the reviewers, you gotta let NVIDIA know. You're the subscribers. You gotta let NVIDIA know. You gotta let AMD know. You gotta let Intel know. All these big big companies, you gotta let them know as subscribers. Hey, we're over here. I tried. They don't seem to recognize us. But if y'all get together, you say, hey, we're over here. Check us out. He's got a lot of videos, so check it out. It's either you like or dislike. I just like doing everything in the raw fashion. That's just me. I just like keeping the video one piece, uncut, unsolicited, non-clickbait right here. Okay. None of my videos, they're not targeted clickbait. If they were targeted clickbait, I would be putting all these links in the description below. If you noticed, I don't have any Amazon and any links to going anywhere. That's what makes clickbait. Okay, clicking on a video itself is not clickbait. Clicking on the links on the description of the video, that's clickbait. So let's get it right. I've already had that explained to me. So let's see, $600. They got 3 fans right here. PNY. It's not too bad. All right, let's get through Amazon. Let's see if there's anything else that's really going to jump out at us. That's going to make us want to go buy those cards. Now, the 3070, I'm not recommending that, but, y'all can check it out. Now it's time to move over to Newegg. We're not going to spend too much time there because I don't want the video to be too long for you all. But I don't want it to be too short neither. So, yes, you hear me typing. I'm a keyboard warrior. So, go right here. Alrighty. They got the Yeston 7900 XTX for $1,049. Still $50 over. Still $50 over MSRP. And believe it or not, and it comes with a $50 gift promotional card. Limited time. You get the card directly at MSRP. $50 promotional gift card, and you get that directly at MSRP. $9.99. That's all this card is $9.99 MSRP. Great deal if you're going to Newegg to get the 7900 XTX. There you go. Deal of the day. They got the 3060s. They got the 4070 OCs. With the promotional, that still brings it down to $619. So that's not really a promotional deal. Starfield with 6600, 209. Good bundle. That means that brings that down to about $160. If you look at it that way with the promotional. 6500 I'm not going to recommend. Not going to recommend those because they're at MSRP. 4060 promotion, I guess. $15 gift card. So this brings this down to $215. 223. Okay. So 66, if you're looking for a low budget card, 6650 XT, great card, $239. Get a $15 promotional gift card, limited time, not too bad. 18 tough power 1800 watt fully modular GPU mining. Well, I ain't doing mining. Then get out of my mind and stop mining my mind. Oh my God. $599 gigabyte WindForce 4070. Okay. 6650. $15 promotion. Let's see. Yeston. They got a 6800 XT for $559 with $30 promotional gift card with purchase. Limited offer. So that means that would knock it down to $529. $529. Not a bad deal right there, 6800 XT. But do think about it if you're trying to future-proof. You know, they got a deal right here, 6750 XT. They are going nuts with these prices right now. Look at this. 6750 XT. Get Starfield Edition. $370. After the $10 rebate, you get $359. My God. Newegg has gone nuts right now. They have gone nuts in these prices. $859 with Overwatch. Overwatch 609. Oh my God. Look at this, nuts. These NVIDIA cards, they're lowering the price on the NVIDIA cards. A little bit, but not much. See, when you get one of those game promotions and stuff and you can play the games and stuff for free, it's not for free. You pay for it, but you know, you get that price knocked off of, you save yourself that extra price when you go to buy the games. But no, you save your price right here so you get the game for free. You know, I mean, this is nuts. Oh my goodness. $20 off with the promotional code. Look at that, $509 right here. 6800 XT, $509. It's coming down to the $500 mark. I mean, the 7800 XT is only $500. So the 68 and the 78 are going to be almost the same price. It's nuts. This is crazy right now. I cannot believe these prices. Except for the 3080 Ti being $1,300. That's nuts. That's a nightmare right there. Because why would I go spend $1,380 off of that and get something, you know, $500 more that's like future proofed and off the charts, you know? But you really think I would spend that? I'd go back to the 1049 and go get me the 7900 XTX. You know, do your math. That's the best way to do it. Alrighty. So now we had a good look at what's going on in Newegg. Let's go ahead and go to eBay. E-Waste versions, graphics cards. Let's go over here. Let's go down to buy it now. All right, let's see. What do they got? The Voodoo card. Nope. Snapdragon 3060, 224. Nope. 588 gigabyte, 59er best offer. It's got to come down at least 15, 20 more dollars. It's not going to happen. 2060 Super 159. A 2060 Super 159. That's not too bad. 1060 6 gigabytes 64. I can see that. For 6 gigabytes, I can see 64. Okay, 3070 279. Nope. RX 580 49, not too bad. 3090 Vision 24 gigabyte, 350 or best offer, plus $10 shipping. Okay, if you go to buy this card, make damn sure it's not a broken card. Because it's a 3090 24 gigabyte GDR6X. See where it says parts only? This is where you need to pay attention. Parts only. So that means that card's broke. So 3080 Trinity OC 10 gigabyte 400. Nope. Why would I get this? Why would I get this when you can get the 7800 XT for $100 more, or the 7700 XT will take and burn this out of the water? Probably. That's a good thing to think about. The 3080 versus the 7700 and the 7800 XT from NVIDIA. I mean, from AMD. My bad. 4070 Ti? No. 570? No. Let's see. Let's keep moving down the road. 4060 Ti, 379. Look, they even got the new 4060 Ti 8 gigabytes for 379 on eBay. Oh my God. They are relentless in trying to scalp those 4060 Ti's. Relentless. I mean, if you're looking for a great card, I would try your hands in new, and then maybe over time when you got the bucks to do it, maybe dibble your hands in some of the used parts that if you want to make collector's items, then even if they're broke or whatever, find somebody that can get them fixed for dirt cheap, and then you got yourself a good card. That's what China does. They take the old cards that are broke or whatever the case is. They take all the chips that were still good off of the board, repurpose it onto a new board, set their BIOS in there, and boom, they sell it to you for new card prices. I mean, that is such a racket. It's unbelievable how much they get away with doing that. I mean, but that's all a part of the trade of the game. Alrighty, Micro Center. Right? Micro Center. We're going to bring it up. And we're going to type in Graqphics cards. Alrighty. Now, they got 12 available to ship. That means they can ship them to you directly from Micro Center. These 12 items, but the rest of them are in store. Do not mix that up when you come to Micro Center website at microcenter.com. So they got 4070s, 4090s. They got 4070s, 4060s. They got 3060s, 4090s. They got 4070s. Twin Edge. That's Zotac for $609. I paid $599 for mine. But mine's from Asus. They got $299. They got the Arc A770 Bifrost overclock dual fan, 16 gigabytes GDR6, right here for $300. And they're getting better on their drivers. So if you're looking for an Intel Arc card, they got the A770 for $300. Not a bad deal. I mean, think about it. They got the 4060, the NVIDIA 4060 at how much? $300. They got the NVIDIA RTX 4060 Ti 16 gigabytes at how much? $500. So you're saving $200. $200. And plus, you get a game purchase with this too. This makes it even sweeter of a deal. Sweeter of a deal right here at Micro Center. And this, they'll ship to your door. Save $100. and it's a $400 card. Save $100 and they got it down to $300. And on top of that, you get Assassin's Creed Mirage and Night Gale video games with the purchase. So you're looking at what? Another $100 off of that? You're looking at a $200 card. $200 for an Intel Arc card. $200. 2 bills. Because those games would be free. Even if you pay it at $300, those games would be at free, and you're saving yourself another $100. So actually, you're saving $100 from Micro Center, but you're saving another $100 from Intel. So you're saving $200. $200. Okay, and think about it. At $200 that you're going to save yourself to purchase those games online, that's a $200 you can spend somewhere else. You could either upgrade your RAM, you can upgrade many of things. Keep that in mind. $200, you probably can upgrade your CPU. Many things you can do with $200. Not a lot of people know that, but, I'm here to tell you that, just to let you know. So let's go and see what the in-store has. Okay, in-store. They got Supreme for $1,800. They got a 4070 for $600. That's not too bad, but it comes with the game. Okay, again, if it comes with a free game and you're saving yourself $60, $50 off of a free game, that's going back into your pocket because that'll be a game that you don't have to purchase in the long run. In the long run of it. Look at it that way. So, if they're doing Overwatch 2 Invasion for what? $50? What, $50, $60 for it? Say you're paying $549. You're just paying $550 for the 4070. So you get it for $550. Okay. But do remember, even if it's at $550, when AMD comes out with the 7800 XT being at $500, you're still saving yourself another $50, even if you got a game, and still be at the same price with a new game and better, so-called better performance. I'm not going to put my finger on it until I get it into the system. So, just to let you know that I'm not going to put my definite fingernail on that 7800 XT until it goes in this system and I test it against this RTX 4070. And it shows me under the system I have that it's better than what I have now. If it can't prove that it's better than what I have now, then I'm not going to recommend it. Right now, I'll recommend it because for the simple fact of the price point. But as far as the performance, I can't recommend it just yet because I haven't seen the performance. Just a little heads up to you all just to let you know that. And yes, I know we're at 49 minutes right now. We are at the last point. Now, let's get through Micro Center and then I'll give you my final thoughts and then we'll be below 1 hour. And I'm sorry, but Graphics Card Nightmare takes in between 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. So do expect to have your drink and snacks with you when you go to watch this video. It's an hour long or less. So I'll try to do my best and work out something else to where I can tone it down a little bit. But there's just so much information that's out there right now. I'm trying to compact it into one video for this week about graphics cards, about the pricing. I mean, you have to understand what I'm wrapping up into one big ball. So, moving on down the road. Sapphire Technology, 7900 XTX. Good price. 4070 dual. That price went from $599 to $609. Okay, that's only a $10 difference. Okay, I'm not going to knock it because it's only a $10 difference. And I can see the point too. If it's only like a $10, $15 difference, it's not really going to bug that much. Okay. Even though that I have ADHD, it's not going to bug me that much. Okay. I'm on meds. Don't worry. I'm fine. 6750 XT for $359, save $35. Good deal. Good deal. I still can't see paying $2,000 for a graphics card. That's like it. You can buy 3 full PCs wrapped up into one. You can buy 3 separate PCs with all the new parts and trimming and everything else for one graphics card. I cannot see that. I'm sorry. I cannot see that at all. That to me is kind of ridiculous being at that price, but I understand Micro Center's point of view when I talk to them about that. It's inflation. There's nothing they can do. They get these cards at a certain price and they only can sell them at a certain price. They have to be able to make a little bit of a profit in order for them to pay their employees and everything else. I understand their long run of this, the reason why the prices are the way they are. They got to keep the lights on. They got to be able to have the water for the bathrooms. They got to be able to, feed and house their employees, by giving them a paycheck, and they got to be able to, compensate for the taxes on the merchandise that they have to pay and everything else. They got a lot on their plate, not a lot of people know that. They just think, oh yeah, they get it from, the manufacturers, they get manufacturer pricing. No, they don't. They get bulk pricing, but they don't get manufacturer pricing. Manufacturers got to make their money too, so they mark it up before it gets into the retailer's hands. And then after it gets into the retailer's hands, they got to mark it up just to support their business. So it gets marked up 2 or 3 times before you even get it. That's what you have to understand. Even if you buy online, it gets marked up twice before you get it. So basically, if they're telling you the MSRP is this and they're selling it for the MSRP, nobody's making no money. The only one that's making money is the company that's making the GPU. That's the only one that's making money. So don't think that, this world, when it comes to business, it's totally screwed up to hell. But anyway, let's get down to it. And we're down at the bottom of the page. 4060 Ti, 3060 Ti. I don't know if y'all are seeing that, but right here between these two, there's only a $50 difference between the two. Okay, so there it is. Let's go ahead and turn off this. Let's turn off the action screen. Let's turn off that too, since I forgot it again. This mic, slide the mic. I'm going to slide y'all closer. Fight the keyboard for the wire, for this wire. Gotta fight the keyboard for it. Okay. Final thought. Okay, I've seen a couple of GPUs in there that are well worth the price, but the thing is this: when it comes to the pricing, I'm going to say wait till September until the 7800 XT and the 7700 XT come out. This way, you can see where you got a future proof for the next gen, and maybe a better shot at having a better GPU. So I can, at this point in time, I can recommend it because of all the prices around all the GPUs right now. That with the 7800 XT, I still think it's going to be a better deal than the 7700 XT. Just thinking about it. So even if you spend $500 for it, you get all the new perks and everything else that come out for what, the next 3 to 5 years. You'll get all the new perks and everything else, and then you're future proofed. So this way you don't have to worry about it for the next 3 to 5 years. You can play your normal games and get all great FPS and everything else. If you play the same games over and over and, you know, you're getting lower FPS than what you really want and you want to go to something better, always look for when they come out with something new. Or always look for the leaks on something that's coming new, because those leaks will help you to understand what comes to the bottom line. In the end game of it all, this is what it comes down to. Okay, following the leaks, following everything from A to Z, you'll get to find out what the best graphics cards that are out there and the best that you would want to go with. Now, mid-range graphics cards, I'm going to say this. When I get the testing on the 7800 XT, and if I feel that it's worth recommending it to you all, far as performance and everything else, I'm going to recommend it to you. So that's just to let you know. So that's my final thought right now. And I hope y'all stuck with me to the end on Graphics Card Nightmares, and I do appreciate it if you did. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to become fully monetized here on YouTube. And make sure that you put a positive thumbs up. Would be appreciated as well. Would help us get our videos out there. The more positive likes we get, the better the videos will go out. They go by the likes. They go by how many are watching from beginning to end. And also, too, if you've already subscribed, want to thank you for becoming a subscriber to JJ's PC Builds, and welcome to the family. And as well as my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do, watching the videos from beginning to end, helping support the channel. And just to let everybody know that's just subscribed, when you watch videos from beginning to end, you're helping out the channel to help the channel grow. And that's with not just my channel, that's with any channel. If you're watching the videos full length, and then at the end, you're putting positive likes on the videos, you're actually helping the creators, be able to get better content out there, be able to do better things. But if you're trying to leave the creator go stagnant and they fail, and they're working hard to not fail, then you're working against the creator, trying to get their information out to you and everybody else in the world. So please put positive likes on the videos, and make sure that you subscribe, and tell your friends to come on down and subscribe and watch the videos from beginning to end. Okay, you want us to thrive, you want us to grow, you want us to become the next big thing, then you have to help us. You are the viewers. You as the viewers of the community. We are a part of the community. We are trying to be a part of this community. So we are working hard to prove to you that me in this channel want to become a part of the community. So help us out and subscribe and like on the videos. Positive likes. Watch the videos from beginning to end. All right, well, that's just my 2 cents on everything today. Until the next time in the next video, this is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next one.